Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Scott Show. This show right here, we are talking about this day in history. It is the 10th of January today, so we're going to go right to it. Talk about the fact that in 49 BC, Julius Caesar crossed the Rubicon, signaling the start of civil war. In AD 9, the Western Han Dynasty ends when Wang Mang, what a cool name, Wang Mang, claims that the divine mandate from heaven called for the end of the dynasty and the beginning of his own, the Zhen Dynasty. Okay. And then we got, in 236, Pope Fabian succeeds Annius to become the 12th Pope of Rome. It happened in 236. And Fabian was actually his name. There was not a lot of people who took names, who changed their regional name for a long time in Pope history. So that's kind of interesting. Now we're going to move a little bit forward to 1776. Thomas Paine published his pamphlet Common Sense, This Day in History. In 1791, the siege of Dunlap Station begins near Cincinnati during the Northwest Indian War. In 1812, first steamboat from the Ohio River or the Mississippi River arrives in New Orleans 82 days after departing from Pittsburgh. So there you go. That's pretty sweet. In 1861, Florida becomes the third state to secede from the Union. In 1863, the Metropolitan Railway, the oldest underground railway, opens between Paddington and Farmington, marking the beginning of the London Underground. In 1870, Rockefeller incorporates Standard Oil. There you go. In 1901, the first great gusher is discovered at Spindletop in Beaumont, Texas. In 1920, the Treaty of Versailles takes effect, officially ending World War I. Now, you might ask yourself, But the war ended in 1918, but the treaty did not take effect until today, this day in history, 1920. It officially ended everything, so there you go. 1927, Fritz Lang's futuristic Metropolis is released in Germany. 1946, the first General Assembly of the United Nations opens in London. 51 nations are represented. 1946, the United States Army Signal Corps successfully conducts Project Diana, bouncing radio waves off the moon and receiving the reflected signals. The Apollo program announced, and this happened in 1962, the Apollo program announces plans to build the C-5 rocket launch vehicle, which became known as the Saturn V moon rocket, which launched every Apollo moon mission. Sheikh Rahman returns to the newly independent Bangladesh as president after spending 9 months in prison in Pakistan. Now, I find that very interesting that a lot of people in other countries have gone to prison first before they became elected officials. I don't get it. Go figure. In 1984, the Holy See and the United States reestablished full diplomatic relations after almost 117 years, overturning the Congress ban of 1967 on public funding for such a diplomatic envoy. The Holy See. Lot of more interesting stuff when it comes to that. If you ever want me to have a conversation about Pope stuff, I have a few friends who I can call in and see if they want to be a part of that wonderful conversation. 1990, Time Warner begins with the merger of Time and Warner. Who knew? 1991, the Time Warner begins with the merger of Time and Warner. Who knew? 1992, Time Warner begins with the merger of Time and Warner. 1992, Time Warner begins with the merger of Time and Warner. 1992, Time Warner begins with the merger of Time and Warner. 1992, Time Warner begins with the merger of Time and Warner. 1992, Time Warner begins with the merger of Time and Warner. 1992, Time Warner begins with the merger of Time and Warner. 1992, Time Warner begins with the merger of Time and Warner. 1992, Time Warner begins with the merger of Time and Warner. 1992, Time Warner begins with the merger of Time and Warner. 1992, Time Warner begins with the merger of Time and Warner. 1992, Time Warner begins with the merger of Time and Warner. 1992, Time Warner begins with the merger of Time and Warner. 1992, Time Warner begins with the merger of Time and Warner. 1992, Time Warner begins with the merger of Time and Warner. 1992, Time General strike begins in Guinea with the attempt to get the president to resign in 2007. 2013, more than 100 people are killed, 270 injured in bomb blast in Pakistan. 2015, a mass poisoning in a funeral in Mozambique revolving beer that was that had bile from the crocodile. That's a different one. Leaving 56 dead and nearly 200 hospitalized. If that would have happened here, it would have been a lot more, because people around here, they like their beer. Alright, so we're actually going to go backwards here, folks, and we're going to do deaths first. David Bowie died this day in history just last year, or 2 years ago now. David Bowie, one of the greatest singers of all time, I think. He does have one of my favorite Christmas songs. So, there you go. In 2005, Princess Josephine Charlotte of Belgium passed away. Sheldon Leonard passed away in 1997. Don Gillis passed away in 1978. Now, folks, as we talk about all this different stuff, a reminder that sometimes I miss things. So if you guys ever say, wow, he just missed that, let me know in the comments section below. Buffalo Bill died in 1917. People, I guess, are letting me know now. Oh, wait, it's somebody's birthday. Well, we'll get to that here in a second. Pope Gregory the 10th, died in 1276. So those are the deaths that we have to talk about. First of all, I want to wish a happy birthday to Lisa, because I just got the message that it's her birthday today. So go figure. And other birthdays today, we got Jared Kushner, of course, very popular nowadays as part of the Trump family. And so, happy birthday to Jared. Happy birthday to Lisa. Happy birthday to Jake Delhomme, born 1975. Glenn Robinson, 1973. Buff Bagwell. Marcus Alexander Bagwell. Happy birthday to you, 1970. That's awesome. Chris Van Hollen. Happy birthday to Chris. Pat Benatar. It's Pat Benatar's birthday today. Happy birthday to Pat Benatar. Happy birthday to Linda Lovelace. Happy birthday to George Foreman. Happy birthday to one of my favorite musicians, Donald Fagen, from Steely Dan. Happy birthday to you, sir. Happy birthday to Rod Stewart, Frank Sinatra Jr., Jim Croce. A lot of singers. A lot of awesome singers. Sal Mineo. Happy birthday to Sal. Unfortunately, left us too early, which is incredibly depressing. And it's Sue's birthday today, too. So happy birthday to Sue. Happy birthday to Roy Disney. Yeah, that's awesome, too. Earl Bakken. Happy birthday to Earl. I think Earl is going to be the oldest one still living. Yes, he is. I do that every day. We try to figure out which one, the oldest one that has the Wikipedia page. That's Roy Bakken today. Awesome. Ann Shoemaker. Happy birthday to Ann. Frank James. Happy birthday to Frank. And of course, you wouldn't be where you're at today. Actually, you would. I'm just kind of making it up. But Margaret of Austria, the Duchess of Savoy. Happy birthday to you. Born 1480, and I'm sure a lot of you guys remember that day. Alright, and it is Majority Rule Day in the Bahamas. That is the day today. Thank you all for listening to this wonderful show. This day in history, we talk about it all the time. Talk about all the really cool things that happen in this day in history. Tomorrow is a very important day. Join us then, and we'll see you guys very soon here at thescottshow.com.